This is Ready Set Reiki, a podcast about Reiki, the universal energy life force, from the curious beginner to the seasoned master teacher, welcoming all systems, all lineages, and all levels. Reiki is a journey and not a destination. And on this Ready Set Reiki journey, I refer to myself as a guide rather than a host. So I'm Tracy Searight, and this is Ready Set Reiki. Hello, Reiki family. Reiki blessings to you, one and all. Welcome. This is Ready Set Reiki. I am your guide, Tracy Searight. Today, an unusual journey. Your guest here is me, Tracy Searight. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about an experience, an opportunity that I was privileged to have, and that is going to the ICRT Reiki retreat. Now, this is something that I've been waiting quite a long time for, and the timing wasn't working. And then finally, everything just aligned beautifully. Now, I will have a guest on in December who I met in the shuttle on the way to this retreat. But let me tell you a little bit about this. So maybe you're a curious beginner, maybe you're a seasoned master teacher, and as you are going through this wonderful landscape of Reiki, you might have come across something, or maybe you haven't, called the International Center of Reiki Training, reiki.org. When I got connected with this, everything shifted and changed for me. I was able to just really resonate with the manuals. They were evidence-based. Things were cited, everything in an all one. Now, my background, I began my journey in Usui Rahiho, and through the lineage, passing from teacher to teacher, you created your own manual. So it was wonderful to have everything all together, honoring Usui Sensei, Dr. Hayashi, and Madam Takata, but at the same time, bringing in a little bit of twist of the Holy Fire. Also through the ICRT is Animal Reiki and Karuna Reiki. And the great thing about this community is that you can go forward and go on to what they have as an ICRT program, where you basically are immersed in Reiki, and you have a mentor and you go through the program. And after 3 to 4 years, you come out as a licensed Reiki master teacher. Now, what is this all about? What does this mean? Well, what does it mean to you? For me, it was having a code of ethics, right? A standard. It is setting the bar here. And what I love about the ICRT is that all of their teachers, everyone's on the same page. They are priced exactly the same. So as a student, when you come to this, you're able to choose a teacher based on the feeling, the energy, if you resonate with that teacher versus that particular teacher being $50 cheaper. And I love that there's no competition. It is an absolute community here with all of the teachers, loving and supportive of each other. But every year they have the end of August, Labor Day weekend, the Reiki retreat. And at the Reiki retreat, you are immersed in the energy and the experiences. Now, don't look at the price tag when you get the price of it. This is including your room. It's including your meals 3 times a day. And also you need to look at the experiences that you are receiving during that time. Not only are you experiencing music, Donald T. McManus playing and Christy Valentine playing her mandolin, you're also getting information, relevant information, updates on the legislation, little presentations on imposter syndrome. And you're also receiving experience as well. Just on Friday alone, 5 Reiki experiences during that day, and getting a boost or an upgrade from William Rand himself. You have the opportunity in the mornings to get up and do yoga, then go off to breakfast. But it's a full day from 6:45 in the morning if you choose, all the way to 9 o'clock. And there's also fun things as well, like a Reiki dance, doing Reiki shares. But you also have that ability if you want to venture off and just explore the grounds. So going to Phoenix Airport if you fly, and going down to Sedona. And so this has been a very fascinating and amazing and wonderful opportunity. I had just gotten over getting sick. And even though, I had all these different experiences, I was still kind of experiencing some sinus issues with it, but it was well worth the time. I got to connect with many of the teachers who I have been blessed and honored to come on Ready Set Reiki. So it was lovely to actually see them in person, give them a hug, and get a picture with them. So if you are interested, whether again, you're that curious beginner or seasoned master teacher, look into it. See if it's something that resonates with you and explore. I brought my very best friend, my college roommate with me. She was the reason that I took the path of Reiki. She was the one that whispered it into my ears many years ago when I wasn't ready. And then when it circled around again, I went for it. And it has completely changed my life. I never would have imagined 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that Reiki would take me in this direction. So check it out, International Center of Reiki, reiki.org. Even going on to look at the vast availability of resources. If you do not have a Reiki waiver, it's available to you there, the Reiki grid, and information on just different updates with Reiki, and also to the Reiki News Magazine, which comes out quarterly. In this fall magazine, in this edition, you can find my article, Reiki for Burnout. And also in that same edition, you can read about the updates with Usui Sensei, about his resume. Now, if you listen back to Justin B. Stein, he talks about that, how he brought this to light. So it's a very exciting information that brought forward because it really validates some of the information that Madam talked about when she taught. So we're able to back things up with proof. One of the things that she talked about in her teachings was that Usui Sensei was in the United States. And Justin B. Stein, right on the podcast here, talked about, yes, he was in the United States. So this is something, if you want to explore, be in a community of others, of like-minded individuals, get yourself a little bit of rest and kind of experiences the vortex. And even though you may have never been there like I was, or maybe you've been there several times, each time it's a unique experience. So I hope this gives you a little bit of information that you can look into it and decide for yourself that this is something right for you. The International Center of Reiki also has a retreat in the spring, and it's often in the eastern part, and then in the fall. Same time, that same weekend every year. Also, things with there, if you choose to fly, you can rent the car to go drive down to Sedona, or you can take the shuttle. So there is a wonderful shuttle that can take you down. It's about, I believe, 2 hours from the airport to Sedona Mango. So if you have any questions, look on reiki.org, and I hope this gives you a little bit of information. But it was an amazing time, and I really enjoyed myself, and I look forward to attending the next one. I was able to, about 3 years ago, attend the virtual. So know if you physically can't make it to Sedona, there is an offering of an online retreat. You're able to watch majority of the itinerary. The only exception is Donald T. McManus's music. Oh, and I also forgot too. There is a showcase, a little talent show that you can do. So they bring a little bit of fun into it as well. So check it out, reiki.org, or you can reach out to me, Ready Set Reiki, Feather Sister. Remember, if you have any questions that you'd like to send in the podcast, reach out to me, www.readysetreiki.com, readysetreiki@gmail.com. And I hope that I've helped you in this journey of life. Love, light, and feathers.